Hi guys, so today I am at the south paddock of Sepang International Circuit, and you wouldn't believe what I'm here to test drive. The car you've all been waiting for, the Proton X50. Okay guys, so we are in Sepang track getting ready for the X50 test drive, and the first exercise is a drag race, and I'll be drag racing against Bobby.
Hello.
And Chris over there. So we'll be testing against the X50 against the HRV that I'm getting into now, as well as the BMW X1, and see how they get off the line. Alright, so we are in the HRV. And
okay, the BMW ready, the Honda ready, and now Proton.
okay, so I'm in the best position to capture how the X50 and the X1 is doing as well.
I'll count 3, 2, 1, start.
I'm fully stepping on the throttle. Wow. Okay, you see there, the X50 is just pulling ahead like a train.
Okay, release the throttles.
Okay.
Alright, brake slowly brake. Wait for them to U-turn on the left.
Go first to the U-turn.
Okay,
Left.
so okay, go to the left now.
Make a U-turn.
Okay, hold on.
So in this first run, we can see how the HRV and the BMW X1, this is the S-Drive 18i, seems to be neck and neck. Alright, seems almost there with each other. I'll be experiencing the X1 later. And the X50, it just pulled ahead like at least 2 or 3 car lengths. So next, I'll be jumping over to the X1. Okay, so now I'm in the X50.
Ready?
Transmission in sport mode.
Okay guys, on my mark. 3,
2.
1, go!
Accelerate. Acceleration.
So the HRV jumped ahead first, but you know, as we progress the revs,
Okay, slow down,
It's
slow down,
just-
100, reaching 100, slow down, slow down, slow down. Slow down,
Yeah.
slow down. Okay, let the BMW do the U-turn
slowly
first.
brake,
Okay,
brake,
then
and
follow,
okay.
U-turn.
yeah,
So consistently, this is the
Okay.
second run.
same goes again. The Proton guys goes to the BMW. The BMW guys get to drive the Honda, and the Honda get to drive the Proton. This is our final circuit.
So same as before, our previous run, the HRV jumped ahead first on standstill, but once the X50's turbo spooled in, the boost came in, it just pulled ahead like a train. And I think Chris V probably launched the car better than I launched the HRV better than I did, but still I think I was at least 1 car length ahead of him when I touched 100 kilometers per hour. So final run, I will be going over to the BMW X1. Okay guys, so now last run, I'm in the BMW X1. This is the 18i variant. So it has a 1.5 liter 3-cylinder engine, just like the X50, but this one is more conservatively tuned. Okay, so I want to angle you guys this side to let you see the X50 and the HRV, and I am good to go.
Ready.
Okay guys, on my mark. 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, there was a slight hesitation on takeoff. Once again, the HRV pulled ahead first, and as before, consistently, the X50 just went on boost, and yeah, and then pulled ahead. So
Thank you very much.
this 0 to 100 kilometer per hour test between the Proton X50, the Honda HRV 1.8, as well as the BMW X1 18i, which also has a 1.5 liter 3-cylinder engine, well, quite decisively shows the X50's superior acceleration here. Hey guys, so it's the next group of 3 drivers here lining up in the cars. I'm just going to show you how they fare, alright, from a third-person perspective.
Okay, if you guys ready, on my mark.
So let's see how these 3 guys fare.
1, go!
So take off. Once again, the HRV leaps off the line fastest, and then the X50 just takes it from there lah. Okay guys, so the next exercise we will be demonstrating the X50's level 2 autonomous driving feature, which is actually more advanced than what you get in the X70. Okay, the X70, do remember, even though it's a higher segment product, it is also an older product. So the X50, being the newer car, naturally gets more advanced features on board. Okay, so with the X50's level 2 autonomous driving feature, it is able to follow the car ahead, matching its speed. All right, follow your assume control of the steering, follow through bends, and also come to a complete stop in a traffic jam, and then start off on its own autonomously.
Called ICC, which is Intelligent Cruise Control.
Yeah.
It's an advanced ACC, basically.
Okay.
All right.
Level
So
2
it
ACC.
does have ACC as well,
Yep.
just like the X70, where it will follow the speed of the car in front.
Okay.
The difference is that this can come to a complete stop
And then go again.
and go again.
Ah,
All right. Whereas the X70 at about 30, it will ask you to take over.
Right.
Right,
Okay.
and then you do that all automatically. It also can sense the white lines on the roads, right? So with that sensing, it can actually then take over the steering wheel
Yeah.
and keep you nice and centered in the lane,
Nice.
right?
Okay.
It has a torque sensor in the steering, so
Okay.
it knows whether your hands are there or not.
So it'll start to vibrate if you decide to.
It will actually give you an audio and visual warning.
Okay.
All right, so there's a couple of reasons for that. One, when it comes to a tighter corner, it will give you a little warning that you need to drive this,
Mm.
right? So anything over 250-degree radius, I believe it's going to ask you to take over,
Okay.
right? Small little deviations in the lane, it can handle on its
Okay.
own.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Great.
Also, if you leave your hands off, the wheel for too long, you can take off for a while,
Okay.
but for too long, it will remind you, please
It'll
keep your
remind
hands on the wheel.
Yeah.
All right.
And if you still refuse it, it'll cancel the system, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions?
Does it cancel all together, or it cancels the throttle
The
input?
throttle.
What about the steering? Does it
The steering, it
still?
will still keep the lane.
Lovely. That's
Right?
very important.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it doesn't throw you off the road.
Yeah, but
Yes.
it will
By cancelling.
come down to a complete stop because you're not doing anything.
Lovely,
Okay.
lovely. That's the proper way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, folks, this is all just assistance systems. Yeah. Don't rely too much on it. You are still the driver. You are in command of the car.
Right? It does know the car is there, which is why you get the forward collision warning and the AEB, because it knows there's a car there.
Okay.
But right now the system is off. I'm still driving.
Okay.
All right, so we'll start going. So what we've had to do, because we're on a race circuit, we've actually drawn lines on the track, right, to simulate a highway condition.
Right.
Obviously, it's not completely accurate because it's sticker,
Yeah. It's
right? So it doesn't read as well as the painted lines.
a painted line.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Got
this
it.
is just a demonstration. It does work a lot better on the actual
On the
road.
actual
Yeah.
highways.
So we tested it on the Proton test track, and it's amazing. It really
Okay.
does drive by itself.
Okay. Great. Level 2 autonomous driving, folks. In a Proton X50.
Right, so I'm just going to go through this corner. I'm going to do the first pass at a lower speed just to show you how the graphics and stuff work. So I'm going to go about 45-ish and set it. Now it's picked up the car in front. As you can see, it's highlighted it.
Yes.
So this is the car that we are following, which is that one.
Right.
Now as we go through the lanes, as I said, it doesn't quite pick up all of them, but it will pick up some of the lanes. Now through the corner, because this is a relatively sharp corner, I do need to actually do the steering.
Okay.
You can occasionally see it does pick up the lines. When we get to the straight bit, it picks up quite well.
Got it.
So here, it's going to pick it up right there, and now it's steering.
Yes.
Right?
So your
It's
hands
gonna-
are off the wheel.
Yeah.
And it's steering on its own. It will keep the car centered in the lane. Right, and then to disengage, just brake or disengage on anytime you brake, it will deactivate the system.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, that's for cruise control as well, right?
Yeah,
when you
for everything.
touch the brake,
Yeah,
it'll,
so ICC and ACC.
you can just resume with the buttons on the steering.
Alright, so we're just going to head down here. I'm going to make a little U-turn, and he's going to come up behind me.
Okay.
And we're going to demonstrate the blind spot system.
Okay.
The Bliss. Okay?
Bliss. Left and right.
So X70 has this as well. It's on the A pillar, so the little orange LED here on the A pillar.
On the A
On
pillar,
the
yes.
X50, it's actually on the glass.
On the
You
on the
can
wing
see
mirror.
the little curve in the mirror.
Yeah, I see the curve in the Okay.
Right. So it's
One thing I forgot to mention, folks,
Yes.
that the during the launch was that there's also an infinite weave design in the speaker cover from the bottom and the top to as well as the speaker.
Alright, so we're gonna get going.
Yeah.
Go to about 30, and he's sitting in my blind spot right now. He's gonna come a bit closer. There you get the warning.
The warning is right
And
there.
if I indicate,
It tells you.
it both visually, it's blinking,
Yes.
and you get the audio warning
There's
as well.
somebody in your blind spot. And it also picks up motorbikes, yeah?
Correct. Yes, it does.
Picks up motorbikes, it's good.
And when he passes, then it's clear.
Then it's clear. Okay. Okay. Great. Nice.
So we're gonna go one more pass through. I'm gonna go a little bit faster this time. And now he is going to dictate our speed.
Power speed. Okay.
Even through the bends, which is improved from the X70. So even tight corners, you can use the car in front to pick up. So I'll just go about 60, set it, so you can see the lines and it's doing the steering. And I
Yep.
take over for the corner.
Okay.
And if I go too close, I'm starting to pull the steering back.
So the steering is pulling you back.
Yeah.
It's already pulling you back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's falling. Now I'm not doing anything on the pedals.
Yep.
Feet are completely off. He's going to slow down for the corner, so are we.
So even without the lines here, the car is still following the X70 in
Correct.
front.
Yeah, you can
Following
still
the-
see the car despite the fact there's no lines here.
Oh,
And
nice.
even through quite a tight corner. So he's actually not in front of us anymore.
Yeah, yeah,
off
he's
to
at
the
an
side.
angle, yeah.
And I'm still able to pick him up even if he stops.
And you're
So-
not braking, yeah?
I'm not doing anything.
You're not braking, and the car is coming
And
to a
he will
stop.
come to a complete stop at a safe distance.
Nice.
There we go. And now he's going to pull away, and so will we. I'm not doing anything.
Excellent.
Alright,
How many
so-
seconds before it cancels?
Three
3 seconds?
seconds, yeah.
Okay.
And obviously it will give you a warning as well.
Alright.
So if we go to medium speed and medium braking, it will slow down and stop.
Oh, yeah, there we go. And he's not braking at all. The
Nothing,
car is
nothing.
coming to a complete stop by itself.
Nice safe distance. I think we'll go in.
And the brake application is quite progressive.
Yeah. Smooth. Very linear. It's not like good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So on this one, he's going to go a little bit faster and brake a little bit more aggressively.
And you're already up to 50.
Yeah.
And coming to a
We're at
complete...
quite a distance, and it sensed that, slowed us down nicely,
Nice.
and
Very
bring
nice.
us to a stop. Again,
All
not doing
on your own.
anything. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. That was great. Thank you.
Alright.
Okay, so our next exercise for the day, once again, we will be driven. This time, we'll be trying out the X50's auto parking system. And once again, I have Chris
How are you guys?
and Bobby on board with us.
Alrighty.
You see the P in the steering wheel?
Yep.
So when you tap that, of course,
It'll
when you
start
want
to-
to park, it will tell you. So do
Wow.
you want to do a vertical parking, parallel parking, or would you like to get out of the parking?
Nice.
So by tapping any one of those,
Yep.
it will prompt the car to.
Alright.
Correct.
Okay, bro.
Okay.
One question: How do you indicate which side does the car park? Do you have to
With the-
use the signal light?
With the signal, yes.
With the signal.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
So
now,
I'm gonna hit the parking button.
okay, you hit it.
I want to go parallel,
Parallel.
and then I want to. That's for the back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna signal to right. Let's hope it catches.
Oh yeah, I caught it.
There you go.
There we
Okay.
go. Apply brake.
Apply the brakes. Apply the
Alright.
brakes. Now, I'm on the brakes.
Yep.
It asked me to long press this P button.
Oh, okay.
Once I do that, I release the brakes. Please release the brakes.
Mm-hmm.
From this moment on is when the car takes over.
Ah.
You have to hold on the button.
Correct. I mean,
Okay.
you
Can
as
you
a driver,
release the
need to
button
look- you
halfway?
don't- Yeah, you can. See, if someone's walking or a cat or something that it doesn't stop, right? You just let go.
Mm.
Okay, it will stop, and
It
then
will
when you
stop.
continue,
What's that again?
Oh,
That's
so
that,
you
yes,
have to
then it
hold
will
the button
continue.
lah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
same
you have
as
to hold the button.
BMW.
Yeah.
same as BMW. Better than Ford one.
Yeah, but Ford one is very basic.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
the most basic iteration, I think.
So it will steer for you, it will sense, you will go from drive to reverse,
Fantastic.
everything on its own.
So the driver's only action is to press the hold the
Correct.
button.
Just to hold the button.
Just to pay attention.
Just
So
to
when
pay
it's
attention.
completed, it will tell you,
Okay.
and it will automatically go to P.
And then you can release the button.
So you won't accidentally press the accelerator by moving forward or
Right,
anything. It goes to
right.
P for you.
Right.
Excellent. Wow.
Yeah. So we put those boards there for just in case there's we want to simulate something else. Like let's say there's like a stone or another car or someone standing.
right.
Because we had someone standing behind the other day, yesterday.
And
it
detected,
will detect as well.
It will
Yes.
detect. Okay.
What
So-
it will do is it's just going to move forward and readjust and have a bit more maneuvers before it gets into the parking.
Okay. So can you demo now going out?
You have to put the gear in D first, is it?
D or it's free here, so it's
Okay.
fine. Because earlier it was there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I want to go left. Press and hold the brake like what I was doing. Press the P button
Long
and
press.
release the brake.
Then release the brake.
The moment you release the brakes, it's gonna take over for you.
See, no intervention at all except just pressing that button, yeah?
Correct.
Yep.
And of course, at any point of time, you can release it and then continue again
And
if you want
continue
to.
if you want to, but so now that you're out, it'll tell you to take over.
Correct.
Alright. So once the car points out, then that's when it
Parking
really.
completed.
So then it's gonna take over.
And this shows the established car makers. You cannot try to withhold certain technologies for your lower price point cars.
Yes, because we've got it in a Proton.
Yeah, because when Geely and Proton they work together like that, they're gonna
Cool.
throw
Thanks a lot, man.
everything at you.
Yeah, including the kitchen sink.
Yeah, crazy. Thank you.
Okay, so we will see the self-parking feature from the outside. All right, and here's the X50. Okay, we'll come from. So the car has come to a stop. And well, this is actually a relatively big parking bay, huh? So I'm sure even if you manually park, it's not really that big of a challenge to your skill. All right. Car move forward and back. The car just now must have stopped to avoid hitting this board. Alright. Yeah. So even let's say right now I stand here, right? You can see the system, alright, assuming that the people in that area all park nicely. It even parks like pretty much in a straight line. So here you can see you've got a 1 meter gap, and here as well there's about another 1 meter gap. So this is a relatively large bay lah, to be honest. And but still, we will come and view this from here. Okay, so you can see the other cars as reference. Alright, and they are going to move the car out. The car reverse. This is the gap that the car left behind before stop. And exit. Cut. That's it. Done. Okay, so you see this Exora moving, and wait for it, but and that's the X50 there coming to demonstrate its auto braking response.
What's gonna...
Okay guys, this is Yong.
Hi.
Okay, he's a very famous drifter. You guys probably know of him. And he is going to be showcasing the X50's auto braking system. Bro, take it from us.
Oh, okay. All right. Actually, it's not an automatic braking system. There's going to be two exercises here. Yeah. So the first one we're going to show you is the FCW, forward collision warning system.
Yep.
Yeah, forward collision warning system. Okay. It will comes in as a chime. Yeah. There's a beep that you can hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's a level 3 warning system. It comes in as a brake jerk.
Okay.
Right. So
but the brake jerk, it's still not like step.
It's not emergency braking system. Okay? It's just a brake jerk. Okay,
to prompt you to brake.
Yeah, to prompt you to brake harder.
Okay.
Okay, so how I'm going to simulate it here is that I'm going to ask the car in front to move at about 25 kilometers an hour.
All right.
Okay, I will be going at about 50 kilometers an hour. Okay, so what's going to happen here is that the car in front, okay, when I'm too close, you can hear the beep comes on. So once the beep comes on, I'm going to apply the brakes slightly.
All right.
But that's not going to be enough. So the car will take over. It'll jerk the brakes.
Okay.
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 Right. So let's see how it works.
All right.
So the car in front is going.
Okay. You're not stepping on the brake, are you?
Right. I'm not on the brakes now. Now I'm on the brakes.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm accelerating towards the car. Okay. You can hear the beep.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So when I'm on the brakes lightly just now, you can feel there's a jerk.
Yep.
Okay. The jerk is the brake jerk system.
Okay.
Right. That kicks in. That's the level 3 warning. Yeah.
Yeah.
So before the jerk, you can hear the beep. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
That is the warning system, the PCW, pre-collision warning system.
Correct.
Okay. So this is the 2 part of the system. Yeah.
Okay.
So the next one I'm going to demo to you is the AEB, autonomous emergency brake.
All right.
Okay. This time the car in front is going to be moving at a much slower pace.
All right.
It's going to be like almost stationary at about 5 to 10 kilometers an hour.
Yep.
So imagine you're going down a very busy street.
Yep.
Okay. So this car in front, maybe old auntie driving, just got a copy or license. Okay. You also busy texting your handphone, trying to look for parking. Yeah. So this is what happens.
Not playing Tinder.
Yeah, not playing Tinder. Swipe left, swipe right. Okay. So it's going about 5 to 10.
Yeah.
We're gonna be going at about 35. Okay. So I'm dreaming. So I'm just cruising with my brakes completely off the brakes. Foot completely off the brakes. Okay, I'm not doing anything. So at the very last minute, okay, you can hear the collision warning and the autonomous emergency braking system comes in simultaneously.
Because the car decided that you're not doing anything anyways. So
the car takes over.
Okay. All right. Thanks, bro. Okay, guys. Now, as always, right, with systems like this, when we demo systems like this, I need to insert a warning. All right, that these are driver assistance systems. They are not meant to replace you as the driver. So there will be times where the system will sync you and you may get involved in a collision even when the system kicks in. But the whole point is this: even when you do get involved in an accident with the system active, it is the difference between thanks bro.
No
thank you. It is the difference between your car getting involved in an accident that costs you a 2,000 ringgit bill versus a 1,000 ringgit bill. Or the difference is between you hitting and killing a pedestrian versus merely injuring that person. So so the whole point to note is, even with all these systems in place, do not lose concentration on the road. Keep yourself focused on the driving, and and stay safe, as is the saying of our times. Okay.
Doing the slalom.
Yeah, guys. So next exercise, we will be the 3 of us again. Right, me, Chris, and Bobby. We will be doing the slalom first, slalom run. Okay, first the instructor from Proton will be taking us out on a demo, and after that they will hand the cars to us. We will do it ourselves.
Yeah, some other groups did it before lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We're good.
So
you guys done all the activities, right? This is your last one.
this is our last activity.
Slalom. As usual, in Slalom, I'm supposed to tell you how to sit down in the car. The steering adjusts electrically on the right side of your hands. And then for the steering adjustment is reach and rig.
Okay, I got it.
Alright?
Yep.
I have set the tire pressure monitors with the temps, so you can see what it is right now.
Okay.
Right?
Got it.
Bro, can on the rear aircon?
It is on.
It's not
Yeah.
help. Help is on the way. No.
Next.
No.
No. Ah, yes!
Okay.
Okay, Malaysia.
Suddenly there's rear
And this is Sepang, man. This is Sepang.
It's 50 degrees outside.
It makes a difference
Yes.
now.
Makes a difference.
At
But it's a
Sepang, it
beautiful
makes a
road.
difference.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. Rear aircon went, pass.
I'll just go through. I won't
Yep.
do a countdown because it's not competition. There's no timing.
No point. Yeah.
At your leisure, I'll just tell you to start.
Okay.
Okay, so we go.
But we never go slow in Slalom one. No.
Ah. So, like I said, we have 4 up, so I'll try to maintain at 50.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're doing about 48.
Alright.
At this point, you need to really brake
Yeah.
and go to the end.
Make
If not,
you
you
turn.
like I said,
Sharp
Malaysian road
U-turn.
U-turn, you know.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
tight.
yeah. But it's quite good, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Follow the cones. Huh?
Yeah, let's go back for the cones.
Yep.
Do the slalom.
Yeah.
And then, okay, this is the best part. You just maintain at about 50. Then we do the
Avoidance.
Oh.
You guys getting intimate back there?
No, that's calm.
No shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Alright, so after this, our turn. Alright, so let's just show you the slalom from the outside. Okay, the X50 there is getting ready and off it goes. So they're doing at 50 kilometers per hour, and what we can see is that the handling is neat. All right, it's neat and tidy. No drama in the way it behaves. Very, very predictable. Okay, so we're going for the finale, which is the lane change. Okay, nice and neat. So now we go for my turn behind the wheel. Alright, so now it's my turn behind the wheel, going into the slalom course. Let me just give you guys a bit more adjustment. Alright.
Icon, at your leisure, you may start.
Okay, let's go. Okay. Alright. So there's a bit of roll. Okay, I took that a bit too tightly.
Ah, lovely. You didn't hit the cone. You don't forget the lane change. Lane change.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I
go
was-
far, Dash. Go on.
I was a bit too enthusiastic and I clicked the
50,
cone.
not 60.
Yep, and I did get the tail to wiggle a bit even with ESC on. So overall, you can feel, okay, based on my impressions just now, you can feel a bit of roll, body roll if you attack the bends too vigorously. But so if you drive it reasonably, like how most city in the context of city driving, it's okay, right? If you watch Chris V's video, he did a much neater run, okay, and it was a more sensible kind of run. I pushed the car a bit harder and got a little nick at the cone there. Okay guys, so that concludes our day with the Proton X50. We learned a few new things about this car. Just now I just came down from the press conference, and one thing that I learned was that, now we all know Proton would have given their ride and handling touch to the X50, but what caught me by surprise was that we have been told that the Proton chassis engineer this time opted for a more comfort-oriented setup for the X50. So previously, Proton has always been very proud in giving their cars, a sharper ride, a sharper handling, right, more agile behavior. But this time around, they've given it a more comfort-oriented bias, and that perhaps explains why during the slalom, when I pushed it a bit harder, I felt, there was a bit more body roll in the car than I had expected. Although entirely forgivable considering its SUV positioning, crossover positioning rather. So performance-wise, to recap, the X50 has a choice of two powertrains. You have a 1.5 liter turbo that's port injection, or same capacity, same configuration, but with direct injection. Now in my previous video, I made an error in stating that the port injection engine had 110 horsepower and that the direct injection engine at 130 horsepower. That was a mistake on my part because those are kilowatt figures. The direct injection engine has 177 horsepower. The port injection engine has about 148 horsepower. Okay, so you have all of them mated to 7-speed DCT transmission, front wheel drive, rear end is a torsion beam setup. Okay, so in today's experience, we only tried out, of course, the direct injection engine, and in a drag race between this as well and against the Honda HR-V as well as the BMW X1, all three runs consistently, and in fact we have seen other members of the media as well. Each time the results are quite consistent. The HR-V leaps off the starting line fastest, all right, taking advantage of its larger engine capacity and the fact that it's naturally aspirated. Then later on, the X50s, when the X50s boost come in, it just pulls ahead of both of them. All right, we also tried out the X50's ADAS system, all right, Advanced Driver Assist Systems, which is more advanced than what they have in the X70. Now, the X70 is an older platform car, even though it's a higher segment car, but it's also an older platform, so it can't accommodate some of the technologies that the X50 gets. So today's experience was very brief. We didn't actually get much drive time behind the cars, so I can't really give you a conclusive takeaway, but indications are that this car will indeed be a game changer in the segment. All right, this car will render the entire B segment based purely on its pricing and specifications. This car will render the entire B segment almost irrelevant. It will give the Honda HR-V plenty of headache, and in fact it may even eat into X70 sales as well. All right, but well, we still got some way to go before the official launch, and until my next video, guys, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. If you like my content, please click like and subscribe. Also subscribe to the rest of my teammates. Today Bobby, Chrissy and Nas were also here, so watch out for their videos of the Proton X50 as well. Okay, until the next time, cheers guys, take care.